me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you all hear me?
Yes, you can continue your speech.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I would like to share my slides. So if that is possible.
Just a minute. I'll just confirm whether.
Now I'm still disabled. So if that.
Just a minute. He's
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So what I'm going to share with you is essentially my own research and the literature survey that I have carried out over the last couple of months since the pandemic started. By training, I'm essentially okay. It's now working. Let me go to the slides. Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so this is essentially a theoretical model, and which is a well-known model that gives you some sort of a prediction where we are and where we are going to be in the next couple of months. And this work I have carried out with my students at ISCS Kolkata. So what I would like to sort of start is essentially by now that I think all of you are familiar with this particular very specific picture of coronavirus. And in the beginning, essentially Professor Majumdar has already mentioned to you how it looks like and what are the various features of it. So outside, you see this very spike structure. This is essentially why it is called corona. And this is essentially gives rise to the pandemic because of the fact that once you have some sort of infection from one person, this propagates to another person, and then this continues across a larger community. And this way it becomes pandemic. So most of the time we talk about what is the main mode of transmission. So by now we know, or essentially we understand that the main way or the major way it essentially transmits is essentially via the droplet transmission. That is when we sneeze or cough, then we have this transmission via the larger droplets. But I'll address this issue later on and tell you that there are other modes as well. So, over the last couple of months, as we have seen how these pandemics are growing across the country, we since the lockdown has relaxed, we have seen that there is a surge in the total number of infection. So when you sort of try to figure out why this number was increasing, we looked into the various data, various literature survey, and we found out that if you look at the number of infections, then out of 5, you will see that there is only 1 symptomatic, and there is more than, there are about 4 who are asymptomatic. That means in one patient, you will see that there are symptoms, the person is suffering from various kind of showing symptoms, having cold, having fever, but 4 others would not be showing any symptom. Apart from this, you can also see if in the, we also understand from the literature survey that in the very beginning of in the contraction of